Canada, but nobody knows which part. No, that's not true. I'm from Calgary, near the Rocky Mountains, near Banff. Do we know Calgary?
Yep.
All right, I'm sorry. It's a boring town. It is the Warrington of Canada. That's why I decided to get away. All right, you guys, it seems like you're all out here for the show. That's amazing. Let's get right into it. Namaste Kitchen Design. What is that? Is that the real name of a business?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Why?
Kitchen.
No. Sorry. What is the business?
Curtains and soft furnishings and
Like-
wallpaper.
Is it all just like repurposed yoga mats? Because that's all I can imagine. It's just like, oh, we could call these yoga mats some curtains, and then sell a bunch more of those, and we'll just call these soft floor furnishings.
That's exactly what it's like.
Okay. Does your accountant ever make like sassy jokes at the end of the year, like, oh, your downward facing profits, or like what? That's amazing. So how did the name Namaste come to be? I'm just curious.
Oh, God, give it me.
Yeah, tell me.
I just meditated on a name.
You meditated on a name, and just like Om Furnishings was taken, so that's fine. Well, that's amazing. I'm super excited to have you here. Business names in this country in general just excite me so much. First off, Britain is clearly a country that loves a good pun, and I appreciate that. Like, I went to Wilco and bought like some tin foil, and on the packaging in like big letters it literally says "curses foiled again," which is hilarious. that it was someone's job to like design that packaging, and then it was someone else's job to let them do that. But the thing that we have in Canada that you guys don't seem to have here is that you guys don't give your pet-friendly businesses names. Like in Canada, every dog like groomers is called like Doggone It Dog Grooming, or like Pause for Effect Dog Walkers, or just like, it's always some stupid name. But every time I was in Liverpool, and I walked past, on like one street, I walked past three, like, and it was literally just like, Debbie's Dog Walking. Like, isn't that such a missed opportunity? I don't even have a joke about that. That's just like, get it together, people. Like, you need a stupid pun in there. I'll come up with some more in the break, and we'll talk about dog puns later on. It's all cultural differences. That's all that I'm getting used to right now. It's just been a couple months that I've been in the country. There's little things like I know that in Canada we have different words for some things. Like back at home, if I had a piece of trash and I wanted to throw it away, the place where I would throw that piece of trash, we call it a garbage can. But I've noticed here in the north of England, you guys call it the ground. Fine, I don't understand why you guys hate your beautiful country so much, but whatever. First 2 weeks I was here, I thought that the predominant flour of the area was a Walker's chip bag, but that's fine. Crisp, I'm sorry. Oh, see, it's just... And then this happened to me, again, I don't know what kind of a cultural disconnect this is. This happened to me like a week ago on the train. I sat behind on the train these two kids. Well, not kids, they were like teenagers, back home I would call them dudes, I think you call them lads. So I'm sitting behind these two teenage lads, and they could not have been more than 17 or 18 years old. And they're talking very loudly, everyone on the train can hear them, and I'm right behind them, and we'll just call them Lad A and Lad B. And Lad A is talking, and he's talking to his friend, he goes, "No, you're right, man, you're absolutely right. I have to break up with that girl. Every time I've been hanging around with her, I just do something stupid and get myself in trouble. That girl is like my R. Kelly's heel." And I was sure it wasn't an accent thing. Like, my dad's English, I grew up with the northern accent, I knew what he said. And I have no filter in a situation like that. Like, just know that about me. Like, I don't blink when someone says something like that in my sphere. I just tapped this kid on the shoulder, and he turned around and faced me over the seat rail, and I said, like, I just have to ask you really quickly, did you just refer to someone as your R. Kelly's heel? And then, like, sub-question, question B, as it were, what the fuck does that mean? And the crazy thing was that this kid was just ready for that question. He just looked me in my face and went, "Man, you know how teenage girls are R. Kelly's weakness? Well, this girl that I've been dating is my weakness, right?" I'm so glad you guys laughed at that. That's, I just think it is messed up how much sense that makes. That's not a joke so much as a public service announcement. Northern Rail is cheap, but is it worth it? I don't know. I'm glad you guys were on board with how weird that was. It's just like, that's one of my favorite, it's part of the reason why I travel so much. I just love the little cultural differences. Every country kind of like does things in their own idiosyncratic way. Like I was just in China for about 8 weeks, and they of course have their own like calendar in China. Right now it's the year of the cock. So, oh yeah, I cleaned up on Tinder, you guys, it was great. It's interesting, it actually is, it's not supposed to, like, it's cock the animal, but it actually is kind of sex-linked, because every 12 years when it is the year of the cock in China, that is associated with a baby boom. Although in China, baby boom is just what they call using dynamite to explode a bunch of girl babies. Oh, I'm sorry. If you guys have a problem with hardline fascist policies, then what the fuck happened on election day? Okay, well, let it go. That's fine. Has anyone? I haven't been yet. I'm hoping to visit soon. Has anyone seen the news about Iceland? I saw this in the technology section of like a Metro newspaper or something not very long ago. It was in the technology. Okay. So here's the story. The nation of Iceland is presently dealing with what their government refers to as an epidemic of accidental incest. Yeah, accidental. So obviously we know one of the main differences already between Iceland and Warrington. Okay, so an epidemic of accidental incest. And what's happening is actually very straightforward. It makes sense when you think about it. Iceland has a very small population. Geographically, they are very cut off, and it's been that way for years and years and years. So what is honest to goodness happening is that young people are going out, and they're hooking up, and then I would imagine they are having this really awkward breakfast, right? Like that's the only way I can imagine it, is that it's got to be the morning after, they've gone back to one of their apartments, they're eating some like pickled herring on toast or whatever the fuck they eat for breakfast in Iceland, and then one of them has to awkwardly say to the other, like, I had a great time last night and I'm really glad we met at that club, but what is a picture of my grandmother doing on your refrigerator? So the reason it was in the technology section is because the nation of Iceland, the government of Iceland I should say, has come up with a technological solution to this problem. They have created a website. And if you are an Icelander hoping to hook up with someone new for the first time, you can go to this website, type in your name, type in the name of your prospective new bang buddy, or yang buddy, and it will warn you if you are more closely related than second cousins. Isn't that a wonderful application of technology? The website is called Not Enough Fish. We love you guys. You see therapists? Does anyone want to cop to that? I've been going to a therapist for about 2 years. I'm perfectly happy to admit that. I started seeing her after I got raped by a mime. She says that I have to come to grips with the fact that I was victimized that night, but I don't know, the knife and the rope weren't real, so... Alright, that was a thinker. You guys will get that on the M62 when you're stuck behind that ambulance later on. Okay, this is what happened to me on the break, you guys. We started talking with the proprietor of Namaste again over here. She's got a new business venture. Wish I was making any part of this up, you guys. She's about to receive her certificate in juice therapy, which I don't know, I didn't realize juice in this country was that tense, but if it needs professional help, then it should get it. No, she's about to get her certificate in juice therapy. She asked me what I thought would be a funny name or a good name for a juice therapy business. I don't know, the only thing I could think of was like, I don't know, like Pulp Kitchen? Is that too obscure a movie reference? I like yours better. No. This is number one on this lady's mind right now. She thought, love juice. Right? Like just straight up steaming. I don't even know. That's fine. I think whatever, I beg you to go with that, like just until the government makes you stop, quite frankly. I love it so much. What made you decide to get into that? What, have you yourself had a good experience with juice?
Every day.
Yeah, it's cleansing for you?
Not when you put this juice in though. girl.
I respect that. So like you got some gin and juice, the Snoop Dogg juice. I get it.
Cancels it out a bit.
Is drinking is your vice? That's what you do to chill out. Okay. I don't mind here to judge. I'm a huge pothead, you guys. I make no bones about it. Anyone else besides the stand-up comedians who, of course, are baked all of the time? I love pot. Like, pot is my... I've never been a big drinker. Why I moved to this country, who the fuck knows? But anyway, so when I was about 18, I discovered pot, and it was only recently, almost 20 years later, that I think maybe I should start to cut down a little bit. As I mentioned, I've just been in this country for a couple months. Here's what happened the month that I left Canada. I had been doing a tour across that country. I had left my car at long-term parking at the Calgary airport because as I said, I was going to be out of town. I was flying everywhere. Finally got back. At 1 o'clock in the morning, my plane landed. And like I turned my cell phone off, or on like you do at the end of a flight. And as I said, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. But the first text message that came up was from my guy, my dealer, my weed guy. And it was a text message from just like 90 minutes earlier that said like, "Hey, I know you're getting back in town tonight. If you're up late, come by my place. I got some stuff." And this story, like straight up, is just about me being stupid. And I'll cop to that off the top. First stupid thing I did, didn't even occur to me, you guys, that maybe respectable human beings don't go buy drugs at 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, stupid thing number one. I just got in my car, got out of the long-term parking lot, beeline to my dealer's house. Second stupid thing, and I don't know how different the system is in this country, but in Canada, the government gives you a little sticker to put on your license plate, your registration tag. And the sticker on your license plate tells the cops if you have paid your current insurance, if you are up to date on your insurance. I had left my car at the parking lot for 6 weeks, did not realize during that time my insurance had expired. Should have realized that, should have checked my mail, stupid Ian. Not arguing that. So I went and I did my business. It was about 2:15 in the morning by the time I left my dealer's house. I'm driving down an empty road because it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm stopped at a stoplight and a cop car pulls up behind me, and all of a sudden all I can see is the blue and red lights in the back of my in my rearview mirror. And of course, different countries, so different car layout. I'm here, my glove box is here. Cop's gonna come to my window. I know this is gonna happen, and like a fucking moron, I have put my drugs in my glove compartment. I had done that 100, 200 times before, never thought about it even once. All of a sudden I'm realizing that this cop is going to come to my window, he's going to ask to see my license and registration, which are in the glove box. I'm like, what am I going to do? I've got like 3 seconds to think, so I'm like, okay, when the cop comes to my window, I'm going to open up the glove box just the barest tiny fraction of an inch, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to put my body in between his vision and the glove box. I'm Fat MacGyver in this moment. Like just using my girth as a shield, working with what I got. And this is a story about me being stupid, but I am going to give myself some credit. I executed that plan flawlessly. Cop didn't see a thing. Just like I didn't see the second cop on the other side of my car. And that's on me, because he had a flashlight and everything. So, he walks around the front of the car, they have a little chat, and then cop A, who's clearly like the cop in charge, he says to me, "Sir, I need to ask you, what was that my partner just saw in your glove box?" And I'm like, it was pot. Kind of surprised he didn't recognize it. No, I'm sorry. I was so scared. Like I told you guys earlier, no filter. I often make the joke before I even think about it, but in this case, I was scared to death. I did not make that stupid joke. I just took the baggie out of the glove box and I handed it over to the cops. And then they went and did that thing that they do where they fucking sit behind you and for half an hour, like, what are they doing? What are they doing? Why do they make you wait? Like, are they Googling you? Are they trying to figure out from Facebook if you're a good guy or not? I was so freaked out. And like, I'm just kind of in my 30s, you guys. I'm in that kind of like in-between sort of place in my life socially, where for the entire half an hour, I'm just thinking like, oh my God, they're gonna send me to jail. I know from television that I'm gonna get this one phone call from jail. Do I fucking call my wife or my mom? Sorry, not my girlfriend. Whoa. That was a Freudian slip. I said one thing, but I meant my mother. Okay. So I'm like, do I call my my wife or my mom, because I know like they're both gonna bitch. Who's gonna bitch less? Just trying to figure that out. So they finally come back, and this is where the story takes a turn, because cop A, again, he's doing all the talking. He gets me to roll down my window again, and he says to me, well, sir, I guess we have two options for you tonight. We'll impound your vehicle over the expired insurance and take you downtown and book you for the possession of your illegal material. And he wasn't doing air quotes, he was very serious. He goes, we'll book you for the possession of your illegal material, or, and I'm immediately on board with or. I'm like, yes, please, I will see what's behind door number 2. Give it to me, Chuck. And this is real, you guys, I'm not making this up. No word of a lie. The cop goes, or, if you destroy the pot, we'll forget we found you with it. So I was like, yes, thank you, officer, I absolutely will destroy the pot. May I use fire? Again, you guys, clever maybe, but I was too scared. Didn't make the joke. Too scared. Just in my mind, I'm like, it's not the time. So they drag me out of my car. At this point, it's like 2:30, almost 3 in the morning. It was a very cold night, so I'm standing there, kind of with some snow on the ground, and they put me under this street light, and there's a cop on either shoulder, and one of the cops hands me my baggie back, which is just like the craziest thing. He goes, just want you to go ahead and dump it out on the ground for me. So I unzip my baggie, and I turn it upside down, and I start dumping it on the ground, and the cop B, he's first speaking line of the night, he goes, we need to make sure you can't recover the material. And I was like, oh fuck, this guy's gonna make detective, because I definitely have memorized the cross street. Like I know exactly where I need to drive back to after this. But cop B goes, we need to make sure you can't recover the material, so why don't you go ahead and stomp it out for us. And again, I don't want to go to jail, so that's immediately what I start doing. Just standing there in this street light at 3 o'clock in the morning, just stomping out my illegal material. When I finally got the courage to make a joke, you guys, I said, man, where was this option when you caught me with that 4-year-old? So I ended up calling my wife with that one phone call. I'm sorry guys, I didn't mean to make all of your assholes pucker up with that, I'm sorry. I just ground the show to a halt. Okay, if you hate me right now, please just know that karmically, the universe has punished me for that joke already. As I said a few times, I have family in this country. I was in London 2-3 weeks ago, doing a show at a club there, and a cousin of mine named Anna, who just recently turned 18, she came to the club to see my show, but she clearly just came to the show to get drunk, because she could finally drink in the bars, I guess. So she heard me tell that joke out of like a 20-minute set. The only thing she had to say to me after the show, she came on to me, she was like, Ian, oh my god, I can't believe you would tell jokes about hurting children, like, do you really think that's funny? And she just kind of went off on me. I'm a lot older than her, and I tried to be like adult about it and just be like, sorry Anna, it was just a joke and I didn't mean to offend you. But I left the club, she left the club with her friends. 5 seconds later, I'm on Facebook, and she has already had time to post about me on Facebook. In all capital letters in her 18-year-old rage, she has posted, people, in 2017, there's nothing funny about jokes about harming children. That kind of comedy makes it impossible for me to show you any tolerism. Yeah. So you guys are not spending enough money on educism, I guess. So that set me off. I started feeling very sarcastic. I was just like, nope, I've had it. I tried to be nice. I just quickly responded back to her with my phone. I was like, hey Anna, maybe that scathing retort would mean more, if all those fucking words were real. But she just came right back at me with, oh, sorry Ian, spelling's always been my R. Kelly seal.